We're going to talk about Stacey's comment because I think it's very important to correct people when they are very wrong and educate people who need to be educated. So it is 2026, surprisingly, and I wanted to educate you on something that's called editing. So I did not know that we were still shaming moms online, but since we are, you should know that when a video is posted, it is rarely a video that from start to finish is recorded in one go, especially if it is a mother, because she has children who she needs to take care of and tend to. So when you hear my child call mom, the video immediately cuts, right? Because what do? Is I go and check on my child, right? We fix his gloves, he was frustrated, whatever. So I go and I check on him, I get him going, right? The very next thing you see is me holding his hand, right? Which was not previously happening in the video. Now, what you then see is him saying hi to the video because he thinks that I'm on the phone FaceTiming with somebody. What I'm teaching him is that he does not get to interrupt adult conversations. That's called respect, Stacey. You might want to look into that because you don't seem to know what the definition of that is. So what I'm teaching him is that when I am in a conversation, whether it's on the phone or even with adults, my children know that they don't just get to interrupt and take over the conversation because they want to. They can put their hand on my hand, and when it comes to a natural conclusion, that I then will check on them to see what happens, which is exactly what happened off camera. But again, you would not know that because you did not see that entire interaction. So the fact that you thought that it was appropriate to make a judgment statement and then post it online, not knowing a full understanding of what happened, is wild to me. But I want to actually talk about what I think is the bigger concern. The bigger concern is not the fact that you think that it was terrible that I didn't immediately respond to my child who repeatedly said hi to the camera. It's more so the fact that you were insinuating that I was somehow bringing on the tragedies that I've been talking about these last couple of days into my life because I did not respond to my child. And that's concerning. So let's be very clear. The things that I'm talking about are not, oh my gosh, like I missed my hair appointment or like somebody cut me off in line. We're talking about we had a death in the family that we did not expect, right? We're talking about, and that's just one. I can name 3 different people in my life whom I love who are going through 3 very different, very traumatic situations all within a span of a week. Now, by the grace of God, my little family of 5 that you see up here have not been involved with these tragedies, which I am just beyond grateful for. Like, I cannot tell you how much I have, thank God, that my family of 5, I might actually start tearing up, that my family of 5 is safe here in my home. But there are people who I love dearly going through things that are so unbearably hard that it is breaking my heart. And so, yeah, those are tragedies, but to insinuate that because I didn't turn to my 3-year-old and immediately acknowledge him for interrupting me during a conversation, that somehow that is bringing on these tragedies is not only callous, but just false, just absolutely false. And it really shows a lot about who you are as a person and where your heart is. And so as a mental health therapist, I would just suggest that you really do some introspective thinking about where you are in life and kind of what's going on internally for you, that this would be, your thoughts as you are kind of scrolling the internet and a video of somebody who's saying, hey, we had a tragedy happen in our life and life feels hard. And your first thought is like, let me comment like a really hateful statement. Just my 2 cents. Okay, bye.